Good morning. Today is a wonderful, wonderful, bright, brilliant day. I look outside and see the golden sunshine. I see the flowers blooming in all their various colors. And I look inside and see other flowers also blooming, also in various colors. And all is wonderful. And for that we give thanks. Everything begins here at the Temple of Light Center for Spiritual Living with an opening affirmation, an affirmation of gratitude. Please join me. We go within. Within is our higher self. Within is God, the God that created us, created the world, created the universe, created this beautiful day, and was behind the creation of this wonderful service, already a success in divine mind. And we open our hearts, we open our minds in gratitude for all the blessings that have been bestowed upon us by our Creator. And we know that this service is wonderful on this wonderful day in this beautiful Temple of Light Center for Spiritual Living in this wonderful, wonderful country, Jamaica, in this wonderful world. All is well with us individually, all is well with us collectively as a church, all is well with the world as we open our hearts and minds and receive the wonderful blessings. Giving thanks, giving thanks, giving thanks for all that has been given to us. I release my word into the law of mind, giving thanks especially in this moment for this service. And I know that all is well. I declare together with you, and so it is. Please join me in the prosperity affirmation. Please stand. It's on the screen. Together. I live in a world that is filled with God's abundance, and I now claim this as my own. The riches of the universe are open to me, and I partake of them in wisdom and joy. All my affairs are under the law of prosperity. Increased good flows to me from all directions and through all people. There is no lack in my consciousness, for God's ideas fill my thoughts, and all is richness and opulence.
I am orderly in all my ways. I am loving, kind, and gracious.
I speak this day in terms of abundance. I expect increased prosperity to take place in my world. For I know that God's
activity is alive in my affairs. I now give thanks that
all the riches of God are mine to use and enjoy in right ways. And so it is. Please sit. That was an excerpt from Richer Living by Ernest Holmes and Raymond Charles Barker. And in the same spirit of thanksgiving, it is my joy to read the inspirational reading this morning, and it's taken from Richer Living. The title, My Life Shows Forth the Spirit That Never Fails, and Constructive Action Fills My Day. The epigraph is from John 12:32. And I, if I be lifted up from the earth, shall draw all men unto me. When Jesus spoke of being lifted up from the earth, he meant that which is human about us must consciously become united with divine. In ancient writings, the earth stood for the lowest form of life, while heaven represented the highest. Therefore, being lifted up from earth meant uniting earth with heaven. This daily lifting up of our thoughts is necessary if we wish to so unite ourselves and everything we are doing with the divine, the spiritual power that flows through us and into all our acts. I am now waiting upon the Spirit within me. I know that it is close to me and that it governs my life in harmony and peace. And I know that through me it brings joy and happiness to everyone I meet. Through the power of this indwelling Spirit, I am a blessing to myself and to others. I am lifting up my whole mind in faith to the realization that the Spirit of God is within me and that this perfect Spirit is my real self. I invite the Spirit to direct my thoughts and acts, and I believe that it is doing so. I expect new ideas, new thoughts, and new ways of doing things to stimulate my imagination into action. I invite and expect new circumstances and situations. I know that as they present themselves, the intelligence within me will accept them and act upon them. I know that the divine presence within me will make itself known to every person I meet, to every situation I contact. I know that it will bring life and joy and happiness to everything and everyone. And so it is. Please join together in the chant, "The Face of God." You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You're a part of me. The face of God. Face of love. I hold you in my heart. The face let us now have a moment of silence as we ponder those words. You're the face of God, you're the face of love. I now have the lighting of the candle for the youth and the prayer for the youth. No chance of getting burned, no matches. This is the prayer for the youth. There is one life. That life is my life now. Divine intelligence guides, uplifts, and nurtures all beings, especially the youth, who are the promise of a new world. May all youth worldwide walk in the awareness of their spiritual magnificence. And so it is. And let us now join our voices in the mission song. Please stand. Please sit. Thank you. Time now for our announcements and reminders for Sunday, May 24, 2026. Are there any first-time visitors? No, we only have guests. We have guests. Any first-time guests this morning in the sanctuary? If there are any guests online, please identify yourselves. We warmly welcome you all to the temple, the service this morning, and we do hope that anyone here who is new, a new guest, online or in the sanctuary, we know there's none in the sanctuary, and online, will be coming again and again and again. On Tuesday, May 26 at 6 p.m., we have Carol Campbell religious science practitioner, hosting the spiritual mind healing service. Please look out for the Zoom link. And we see her topic, what do you know for sure? Now, there's a question we need to ask ourselves between now and Tuesday at 6. We may come up with some answers which may be different from the ones that Carol will be giving us on Tuesday. So let's see whether they match. Tuesday, May 26, 6 p.m., please look out for the Zoom link. We have Tai Chi Fridays continuing. Recharge with Tai Chi. On Fridays with Stuart Maxwell at the temple, starting at 9 a.m., and experience the health and wellness benefits of this traditional healing art. The contribution, $2,000. And of course, Labor Day celebrations are coming up on Monday. Join the Ministry of the Environment. They are hosting us tomorrow as they celebrate the 21st anniversary of the sharing of the Labor Day experience. And our theme for tomorrow, floral artistry within and without. Please remember to carry your cleaning materials. There's going to be a benefit performance coming up. Temple of Light, in collaboration with BPW, that's Business and Professional Women of St. Andrew, and the Wolmer's Girls Alumni Association, proudly present a benefit concert by the university singers. And this is going to be on Sunday, June 7th, this year. I don't see it here, but I'm pretty sure that it starts at 4 o'clock. That's, as my recollection, 4 o'clock. And tickets are available, you can check the time, with members of the Ministry of the Environment. The tickets cost $4,000 each. And an even bigger celebration is coming up. The temple's 45th. Wow. We've been around. It officially begins in July. And on Saturday, July 11, please join us for our Family Fun Day at Bamboo Beach in Bracco, Trelawney. The package includes transportation and meals, adults, $12,900, and children get this, the ages clear, please. We all feel like children, I know, but this is for children 3 to 12, and the cost for them, $9,500. Please speak with Jennifer Livingston or contact the office for full details. Reserve your space early. Do we hear something from Jennifer at this time? Oh, okay, good. There's a Science of Mind subscription drive. Science of Mind magazine celebrates its 100th anniversary next year. For those who love the magazine, and we all do, we encourage you to inspire others to subscribe as well. Our collective goal is to secure 1,000 new subscribers this year. Interested persons may contact the office for details.
And Michael, is also the 100th anniversary of the Science of Mind philosophy. So it's a big...
It really is huge. We've been around the philosophy for 100 years and growing. We're in many, many countries now. Thanks, Rev. There's a Board and Leadership Council update. At this time, oh, here it is. We invite the chairperson of the Board of Trustees and Leadership Council, Mrs. Jennifer Livingston, to come forward. She will share an update on the financial status of our temple and introduce us to and update us on the new members of the board. Mrs. Livingston, we welcome you.
Good morning, everyone. Hi. So you haven't really officially met our new Leadership Council members since we had our AGM in March. So I'm proudly presenting the members of our Leadership Committee this morning. Slide, please. There we go. So it's myself, Jennifer Livingston, as your chair, and our vice chair is Liz Terry, and also serving, please, Liz, stand so that they can see you. Also serving is, of course, our own Reverend Dr. Michelle Senegal as an ex officio member. Reverend Michelle. Yeah. And then our speaker this morning, Dr. Tamu Davidson, also serving as a member. Next slide. In addition, we have our own Christine King. Christine isn't here this morning, but let us clap her up. And Denise Williams, who is also not able to be here with us this morning. And there's Lauren Suku, our tech team. Lauren, for those who don't know him, sitting in the back. And of course, we also have Jeannie Slow, who is in the kitchen. She's here. Hospitality, you'll see her after. Now, friends, each one of us as members of the Leadership Council also acts as a liaison for our ministries. And I'll just quickly tell you who are your contact persons in the event that you need to speak with someone. So for Ministry of Hospitality, we have, of course, member Tamu Davidson. Then for Ministry of Youth and Family, that's Lauren Suku. For Legal Symposium Conferences, that's Jeannie Slow. You know, that's one of our community outreach programs, and there's one coming up, so listen out for that. And then there's our website committee. We do know that it's our 45th, and this website is set to launch. So, yes, Rev. So the members of that is Lauren Suku, Christine King, and Elizabeth Terry. And then on the finance subcommittee, it's myself, Jennifer Livingston, but I also co-opt. We are allowed to co-opt other members from the center to work with us. So I'm working with Stacey Ann Delval, I'm sorry. She isn't here today, but you'll know who that is soon. And then we also have the members of the compliance committee, and that's a big deal because, friends, we are a charitable organization, so we have to be in line with our compliance, and the members of that committee, the liaison, is Reverend Dr. Michelle Senegal, Christine King, and Jeannie Slow. And of course, you all know we have been doing some great work here at the center in terms of our wealth development. And I must say, you're seeing the outpicturing of that activity. Our liaison officially is Reverend Dr. Michelle Senegal, and she works along with Doug, as you all know, Mr. Douglas Arain, and Sunita Abrams, okay? And then there is the, not finance, this is the, venue rental committee. Yes, we have that, separate and apart from wealth development, that's renting the spaces here. And that liaison is member Denise Williams, okay, who isn't here with us. For Ministry of the Environment, your liaison is Reverend Dr. Michelle. She's already working with you. And for Ministry of Peace, it's moi, member Jennifer Livingston, okay? And so those are our members of the Leadership Council and the areas of responsibility that we have as a member of this board. But I did promise you the financial update this morning, and so we're gonna give you what our accountant has shared with us for the month of April. Our income was $2,347,676 with 56, and our expenses in the month of April was $1,432,207.15, and we ended the month with a surplus of $613,457 with 85. So yes, thank you. You can see the effect of the wealth development and the new rental spaces that we have that's coming to the fore. So we just ask you to continue to support this ministry, the temple, and the work of the Leadership Council, and we certainly look forward to serving you this year as the member of your Leadership Council. Thank you for now.
Thank you so much, Jennifer. And those words were a joy to hear. We ended the month with a surplus. And we're going to be hearing that every month from now on. And on the same note of finances, I come now to tithes and offerings. We have to thank you for your continued generosity. Your financial gifts lovingly support the ministry and the work of the Temple of Light. Donations will continue. We know they may be made online at donate.templeoflightcsl.org. If you wish to write that down, let me repeat it. donate.templeoflightcsl.org. Offerings may also be made using the POS device. Prayer support, now here, this is extremely important. Prayer support is available from Reverend Dr. Michelle Senegal at prayer.templeoflightcsl.org. So one is donate.templeoflight. This is prayer.templeoflightcsl.org, and you'll get prayer support from our senior minister. Please view the announcements on the Loop online and in the sanctuary for the complete list of announcements and reminders. And with that, I come to the end of this section, announcements and reminders, and it is with a great deal of pleasure that I ask you to stand for the prayer of our center and remain standing for our first hymn. The prayer for our center. Together?
The Temple of Light, Center for Spiritual Living, is a sacred field embodying our spiritual community, from which the Christ, peace, love, and joy emanate, to touch, to heal, to bless, to prosper, and to liberate anyone who comes into contact with it in any way. The light of the Christ illumines us, our center, and our environment. Our spiritual community is filled with and surrounded by the presence of God and is growing from strength to strength. The power of God expands our consciousness of truth, guiding us ceaselessly along the path of wisdom, spiritual growth, unfoldment, and attainment. We are blessed, and to God be the honor and glory forever. And so it is. And our first hymn, Open My Eyes.
Glimpses of truth thou hast for me. Place in my heart
it? And as they say, sit back and relax. We are now going to hear from our speaker this morning. Speaker is is Dr. Tamu Davidson. I was promoting you too early. Dr. Tamu Davidson, board member, religious science practitioner, and I know that she has some wonderful inspirational words for us. Let's hear them, Tamu.
Good morning. Isn't it a beautiful morning? Divine expressions of oneness in this room, this sanctuary, and online. What a blessing it is to be here today, anchored in love, anchored in truth, and anchored in community. For the past few weeks, we have been exploring this concept of divine doubt. Do we all recall? Yes? Yes, is that true? We have been unpacking the idea that doubt isn't the enemy of faith. Rather, it's often the catalyst that deepens it. Today, we shift our focus. Today, we ask the bigger question: how do we apply this learning, what we've learned over the few weeks, to our own communities? How do we apply this to the community of the Temple of Light, CSL, and the wider world? What happens when doubt isn't just personal, but collective? What happens when we face communal uncertainty? What uncertainties live beneath our smiles? I can see people smiling today. Yes, everybody's smiling. What lives beneath our community, our movement? What if doubt is not the enemy of faith, but a doorway to a deeper one? In our centers for spiritual living, we proudly declare that we are visioning and manifesting what? A world that works for everyone. This is a beautiful, bold vision. I can see it already manifesting. But if we're honest, sometimes when we look at the world around us, when we look at the economy, when we look or hear about the threat or not, the threat of war, crime in our island, when we look at the possibility of another Hurricane Melissa, and in my world of work, that's something that comes up repeatedly, a whisper of uncertainty creeps in. We ask ourselves, can we really pull this off? Is a world that works for everyone actually possible? Or is it just a beautiful slogan on a flyer? So I want to ask you this question this morning. I do not want you to answer it out loud. You can say it in your minds and reflect. So just sit with this. What is one doubt you carry about the world right now? What is one doubt? What is one doubt you carry about the world right now? Reflect. Maybe it is a concern about violence, uncertainty about the future, perhaps the price of gas, your electricity bill. Maybe it's a concern about violence, an anxiety about the economy or another hurricane. Maybe it's about our own families, what's going to happen down the line. Or maybe it's a doubt about our own faith itself. Now, here is another question I'm posing to you. What if your doubt is not separating you from humanity and this community, but really connecting you to it. Because chances are someone sitting near you carries the same doubt. Yes? Today we are going to explore how our collective doubts can foster wonder, curiosity, and become the very bricks or blocks, as we say in Jamaica, use to build stronger webs of love and respect right here on our dear island, Jamaica, and across the entire world, the Caribbean. Now, let us explore the words of the great theologian and mystic Howard Thurman from his seminal work, Disciplines of Spirit. He says, the moving finger of God in human history points ever in the same direction. There must be community. Not should, not may be, there must be community. So community is essential. So especially now, we live in a world where people are more connected digitally than ever before. We know this. Many times you go many places and you see, instead of responding to you for customer service, you show up to buy something and the person is down in their phone, connected. People are at dining tables with their phones. So, whilst we know we are more connected, but emotionally and spiritually, many are exhausted, isolated, anxious, afraid, suspicious, and we hear these over and over again in the news media, in social media space, in many different spaces. People feel isolated when they should be connected. Even churches feel it. Even our spiritual communities feel it. And certainly, even our centers of spiritual living feel this. And perhaps one of the divine things we can do is stop pretending otherwise, acknowledging that this does exist. Because uncertainty shared in love becomes healing. So, Howard Thurman reminds us that longing for connection is not just merely a social aspect, but it's also spiritual. And we hear this over and over again, this longing for connection. Ernest Holmes echoes this when he says, when we see it as it is, then we shall see ourselves as we are. Meaning our understanding of God shapes our understanding of one another. And we talked about, we sang in our chant, you are the face of God, we are the face of God. So if God is infinite love, then isolation cannot be our deepest truth. If God is one life, then separation is ultimately an illusion. And if we are truly expressions of the divine, and then our healing cannot happen alone. And remember this song, No Man is an Island. I remember that song from high school, one of the first songs that we learned to sing. So that means your joy matters to me. And yes, your doubts also matter to me. Too often religion teaches people to hide uncertainty. We hide depression. We hide disappointment. We hide anger. We hide loneliness and fear. We learn to look blessed. Yes? Blessed. While silently falling apart. But authenticity is holy. Sometimes the strongest thing a person can say is, I am struggling. I am uncertain. I need support. That is not weakness. That is courage. Because vulnerability creates genuine community. And communities that cannot hold honest questions cannot produce deep healing. This means that in all the infinite wisdom of the universe, we are forever bound together. Our joys, our hopes, our fears, and yes, our doubts are shared. Your doubts are never just yours alone, and they never ever need to be carried in secret or in isolated rooms. So, I want to emphasize this point today. We're talking about communal wholeness, community wholeness. If the divine is constantly pulling us towards community, and that's being together, and if we are all wrapped up in the universal, infinite arms of spirit, then why do we think we have to hide our struggles? Why? So let me ask you another question. And you can just nod your heads if you do agree or if you feel it. As a spiritual community, both here in Jamaica and our global CSL organization, what doubts or uncertainties do we secretly express? What do we hide behind our Sunday smiles? Perhaps we hide our financial fears. Sometimes we hide our doubts whether the younger generation will carry this teaching forward. We may hide our feelings of exhaustion. We may think that to be good science of mind students, we must have absolute, unbroken uncertainty. Certainty, sorry. 24/7. We think if we admit to a doubt, we are affirming negative. If we admit to this. But, hear this, note this, that the true wholeness requires authenticity, you showing up as you. When we share our collective doubts, we aren't breaking the law of mind. We are opening in that door to a new level of vulnerability, curiosity, a real community. It takes off that mask of spiritual perfectionism and allows us to hold each other up. So very often in many spaces, we think, oh, we are science of mind, the law, we're operating as science of mind truth students, we have to be perfect. But doubt often becomes a catalyst for transformation. Think about history. People doubted that perhaps the enslaved would become free. People doubted whether it was a good idea for Jamaica to become independent, to leave British rule. People doubt that poverty was inevitable and that justice was acceptable. And I remember my own doubts when I was on my journey for my career. I doubted I'd be able to do psychology, become a clinical psychologist studying here. So I went off to the Soviet Union. There, I doubted that the program that they had for me would have been appropriate. And guess what? I went to that doubt where I didn't like hospitals. I didn't like the smell of hospitals. I didn't like blood. I didn't want to do anything with becoming a physician. that was definitely a doubt, without a shadow of a doubt. And what happened in my doubt of becoming a clinical psychologist and shifting, I said, hey, perhaps I can be a psychiatrist. And so I shifted to medicine. And beyond a doubt, I was able to actually do an autopsy in the middle of a cemetery and tolerate the smell. That, for me, was a shift in mind. Yes. And so that was my experience. So your doubt can push you towards your ultimate good and experience. And so when we look at doubt, holy doubt change the world. And so it can change your world. There's a difference between cynical and sacred doubt. Cynical doubt says nothing can change. Sacred doubt says, surely there must be a better way. And that was what catapulted me into ending up where I am today. Because I didn't never envision being even on this podium today, giving this message. And so, at this time, let's practice wholeness right now. So we are not just here to listen to what I have to say from the podium, but we're here to be a community. So I'm going to invite you right now to turn to the person beside you. If you don't have anyone beside you, please move beside someone. And I'm going to give you exactly 2 minutes. I want you to look the other person in the eye and look past the Sunday best, the Sunday appearance, and simply check in and ask them, how are you really doing today? How are you really doing today? And if you feel safe, share one thing you feel you have been feeling uncertain or doubtful about this week. 2 minutes. How are you feeling? You feeling good? We still have a minute left. All right, so I'm going to invite you at this time to bring your awareness back to center. Time is up. Time is up. We're going to get back to center. I'm going to invite. Yes, I needed a chime. Bing. And so, don't you feel the energy in the room shifting? Do we feel it? Perhaps that's the sound of heavy burdens becoming lighter as they're shared in community. So we are pulled together by doubt, and uncertainty can be a collective call to action. In this modern age, we don't necessarily need a tribe to help us hunt for food or build some shelter or home. Perhaps still relevant. Instead, it is our emotional and spiritual needs that pull us together. The shared experience of navigating an uncertain world activates our need for community. And so even if you're like me, perhaps I love my, what we call space, my time, but we connect through community spiritually. So we don't have to be in the same physical space, but we can connect at a divine, at a spiritual level, where you are in different spaces. And so, for example, we have our community that's online and that's tuning in. And there are persons that will not tune in at the same time, but we are still connected as a community and are experiencing this collective community whilst in different spaces. So, when a community gets curious about its doubts, it becomes a force for change, for revolution, if we want to put it that way. But think about it. Doubting that we can survive, for example, another hurricane, Melissa, is exactly what inspires persons to innovate, persons to prepare, persons to create solutions. Doubting whether humanity can ever become or overcome division and violence is the very thing that forces us to sit at the table and figure out how to move forward. Optimism is great, but doubt mixed with urgency is powerful fuel. So doubt can drive us and pull us together. It is a type of holy curiosity that says the way things are right now is not working. So what is a grander or greater truth we need to reveal? And so it really questions the status quo. But my friends, when we keep our doubts locked in the dark, the consequences can be devastating. Centers for spiritual living must be a place where it is safe, and the temple of light, by extension, as this part of this wider community, to be okay. We must be an organization that addresses the unspoken doubts, the mental health crises, the emotional realities of our community for the greater good of all. The truth is, faith does not eliminate mental struggles, and prayer is not suited or a substitute for therapy, medicine, rest, or community care. And others may have a different opinion about this. In Jamaica, especially, many people were taught, keep it to yourself, pray about it, be strong. We hear this. Being strong also means reaching out. Jesus wept, Elijah burned out, David despaired. This is found in the Bible. But even these great spiritual figures they experience emotional anguish. And so we must become communities where people are safe enough to say, I need help. And I share this because across the world, in many faith communities, our leaders need this recognition. So doubt can become curiosity, and curiosity can become a transformation. When we doubt whether the world can heal, we begin searching for new possibilities. And I share, we will be celebrating 45 years of new thought in Jamaica. And perhaps there was a doubt that we could not do it. But there was a doubt that this was inevitable. This was a movement that was needed for our island. Ernest Holmes, 100 years, celebrating this truth and philosophy. And perhaps the doubt was that we needed something different. And this was where we needed to go as a world. And Ernest Holmes wanted everyone, every religion, every group to experience and embody this truth. So, when we doubt hopelessness, we begin becoming hope. Our unity can become a sacred invitation, an invitation to listen to each other, to love wider each other, think differently, and act courageously. And in CSL, and here at the Temple of Light, as we create a world that works for everyone, sometimes we may doubt how possible it is. And yet, maybe that very doubt is what pushes us into greater creativity, compassion, and action. We stopped waiting for someone else. We began asking, what is mine to do? What is mine to do? Every time I hear that, I do remember Reverend Michelle reminding us as one of the things that she reminds us as practitioners and part of this temple community. So, as we close today, I want to give you your spiritual prescription for the week. So, first, spend some time looking at the doubts you have for yourself, for your own community, and for our spiritual movement. Write them down. What are they bringing up? Is there a need that we are not addressing? A fear you have not voiced? Then find one thing you can do this week to address a communal doubt, or close a need or gap in our community. Reach out to a member of our community you haven't seen in a while. Reach out, give them a call, send them a WhatsApp message, send them a text message. Each one of us, whether you're here listening live, you're online, or you're going to listen later, reach out. Offer listening ear. If you see a need in our church, our temple, step up. Help us fill it with love. Step up. If you or someone you love is wrestling with a mental health problem or issue, and doubt has turned into despair, no, there's no shame. You do not have to be a spiritual hero. And so we offer Dial a Prayer. We have our own senior minister here who you can reach out to. We have a sacred circle group that offers prayers. Reach out to us, call us. We are a web of love. We're a community of respect. We are all here together, changing the world. Not because we have all the answers, but because we are brave enough to ask the questions together. So today I leave you with these questions. What doubts are we hiding? What conversations are we avoiding? What needs in our community remain unseen? What pain is sitting silently behind us every Sunday? And most importantly, what is ours to do? Remember, community is as strong as the individuals, each and every one of us here and not here in the physical space. We can benefit and we have a role to play, because communal healing is not built through certainty alone. It is built through honesty, compassion, curiosity, presence, and courage. And we know that we have built and continue to build a world that works for everyone. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Tamu, Religious Science Practitioner Tamu. We all knew before her talk that faith unites us, but we are now convinced that collective doubts also unites. And we are reminded of the truth that we know less. We know there are more things for us to know than we know already. So we need to keep on asking questions. And of course, questions are based very often on doubts. So doubt can unite, doubt can cause us to know more. So we have been convinced this morning there's a lot of good about doubt. The applause that you gave to her had a certain tone, and it was a tone of gratitude. But shortly I will be asking you to applaud again, but this tone should be a tone of welcome, because we're welcoming another of the talented Davidsons. We heard Dr. Davidson as speaker a while ago. We're now going to hear Dr. Davidson as singer. Please welcome her with that tone of welcome. Dr. Sonia Davidson, Reverend.
Everyone, it is clear that I cannot hide my doubt. But as my Rasta friends say, fire feel, right? I am going to try. Okay. Climb every mountain, search high and low, follow every byway, every path you know. Climb every mountain, ford every stream, follow every rainbow, till you find a dream that will lead every love you will give, every day of your life, just as long as you live. Dream.
Thank you so much, Reverend Sonia. That was quite beautiful. Climb every mountain. Beautiful. Will you please stand now for the prayer of Jamaica? Together. City of the light of God, our filled in the hearts and minds of our countrymen and the truth. Just read what's there. Go with it, folks. That's right. The light of God's love is now flowing through us and from us to everything and everyone it touches. The light of God's love now completely fills, covers, and surrounds our island Jamaica. The glowing intensity of the light of God's love now interpenetrates and awakens within the hearts and minds of our countrymen and women. The truths of life which set free. The light of God's love is growing and glowing in intensity in the hearts and minds of mankind everywhere. Love, health, harmony, goodwill, peace, uprightness, integrity, joy, prosperity, kindness, and our wonders under God are now established. And so it is. So it is. Please remain standing and take out your love offerings. We're going to say the love offering blessing, which is found on the envelope. Together, lovingly I give, joyfully I receive. Be thou fruitful, increase and multiply. Bless, prosper, and enrich everyone whom you touch, and replenish all of my financial affairs. So be it. Thank you, Father. And so it is. And that will lead us now into the second hymn, Over the Mountain. And during the singing of the hymn, please drop your envelopes in the box on either side. Thank you. You can clap yourselves. Please sit. We now have acknowledgements. First of all, the love offering reminder. Please remember the donation link, donate.templeoflightcsl.org. You can also process your love offerings using the POS device. Please indicate where Shelley Ann Daly is seated. Is she here now? Not here today, but Jennifer has it. Religious science. Acknowledgements, folks. Our floral arrangements were beautifully created with supplies provided by the Ministry of Environment. Gorgeous. And Sean? There we go. Sean getting better and better. The musicians, we have to acknowledge them. Lovely music from Odale, Jonathan, and Justin. And also musicians are the singers. So we have Gabby, we have Sonia, and we have Carol as well, Singers. A lot of effort from all sorts of people goes into the production of every single service, and the tech team are absolutely invaluable. The tech team today, let's give them an applause. Tyrell, Chavonnet, Lauren, Van, and Christine. And while we are in here singing away and listening away, the hospitality team is there preparing all sorts of goodies for us, which we will be shortly enjoying. Let's hear it for the hospitality team. Please remember to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us at Temple of Light CSL on Instagram and Facebook. We look forward to sharing these meaningful experiences with you. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, and younger people, for being a part of our community. Thank you, thank you. Ushers, the ushers. Thank you so much, ushers, who did their job today. Who are they? Jennifer and Angela. That's right. Angela met me at the door. Ashley. And I now have great pleasure in asking Tamu to come forward with the love offering blessing.
Okay, at this time, I'm just going to, I think I'm going to invite you to stand at this point in time for this love offering blessing. And then we'll go into our closing affirmative prayer. And we're knowing that God, abundance and prosperity, this abundance and prosperity circulates as these gifts of love to our community circulates through the law of circulation, covering all our needs, all the needs of those who give and those who receive. Our community continues to thrive, and we're thankful and grateful for this abundance and this gift of service that continues to circulate through the law of circulation right throughout our community here in Jamaica, the CSL community worldwide, and the world. And so, thank you for this abundance as we release it to law of mind for action and circulation, knowing that this is so, and so it is. And as we close out today, we're knowing that God is love. God is doubt in action. And we as a community are one with this unfolding experience of God. As we continue to on our journey, we are knowing that this community, through our collective divine doubt that unfolds, we are one, we're united, we are the world that works for everyone. As we create this world that works for everyone, we continue to unfold, to reach, to touch everyone we can come in contact with as the divine spirit unfolds as us. And so we are knowing as we reach out, whether physical, whether through mind, to our community, they feel this love. We are one and continue to unfold. 45 years and beyond, 100 years and beyond, as we unfold as truth. And we're knowing that that divine is us, unfolds as us. And so as we leave today, we take this into our being and release this to love, mind for action, knowing that this is so and so it is. And I want to encourage us. I did this exercise today where we shared how we're feeling. And it's an exercise that as the board, when we start our meetings, we do our check-in. And I want to encourage you to check in. And because our faith community, we do have people or leaders who do need us. And we do need this check-in. Just a simple text, simple reach out in this community. And so it was Divine Spirit that an experience was shared with me. And so I just want to remind us that you are loved and this community is yours. And so let us sing our peace song, but love today.
So we're going to have love today.
One big circle, please. One big circle around the tank. Just not separate. One big circle. Right now.